Right, the Browns, of course, have had a whole bunch of different head coaches, starting in 1999 when they came back after the brief hiatus when they went to Baltimore. And you look at it, if you look at the list of coaches here, and Peter King was talking about it today. Here's the list. Do you see any of them who got a raw deal here that should have gotten the opportunity to stay longer?
Well, without a doubt, to me, Butch Davis was the best of all of those guys. The problem is, obviously, he got caught in attempting to pick his guys, and that wasn't really his expertise. Kind of like what you're seeing Bill O'Brien repeat the same types of mistakes with the Houston Texans. Butch is number one. The guy who's not on there, who I thought was by far the best coach / coordinator of that entire group, and he's not going to be on there because he was only an offensive coordinator, would be Kyle Shanahan, who did everything he could to get the hell out of here after the Johnny Manziel disaster. But yeah, I've heard Joe Banner talk about the one thing he was proud of in Cleveland was the fact that he hired Kyle Shanahan, and he even says now it was pretty evident after the first interview with him that he probably should have been the head coach and not Mike Pettin. Not that Mike Pettin was terrible, but Kyle Shanahan, everybody around the league that knew anything, they kind of understood that he was going to be a successful head coach sometime down the road. Obviously, he had some issues kind of dealing with players at times before here, but he has always devised great offensive schemes and has made it work with whoever his quarterback was, whether it's a running quarterback, whether it's a pocket passing quarterback, whether it's a limited quarterback. You saw him do that with Brian Hoyer with the Cleveland Browns.
And he obviously can prepare a very good PowerPoint presentation if needed.
That's why kids, when you take that PowerPoint class in either high school or college, remember, Kyle Shanahan has used it and almost won a Super Bowl because he had a PowerPoint presentation.
All right, so Peter King, I think, makes an unfair comparison here. He says, since the turn of the century, the Patriots have had one coach, obviously, and the Browns 12. Kevin Stefanski is the 12th. I just raised the issue because Bill Belichick has been a coach of the Patriots that long, in large part because he partnered with the quarterback he got the most out of. That's precisely how Stefanski will be able to avoid being a typical Browns short-termer. Well, how does Peter King, who's probably one of the most highly respected guys out there, insider, how does he even think that he can make a comparison with any rookie coach in Bill Belichick?
I've told everybody I'm kind of done with this. And I know that's our job, is to evaluate, the strength of a Browns coaching hire. And Stefanski has a lot of people, in his corner around the NFL. So did Hue-Jackson, believe it or not. I know that sounds laughable now. Wasn't the case then. Pat Shurmur was the guy who was groomed from basically the embryonic stage to being a head coach down the road. And Shurmur is a terrific play caller. Still to this day, people say he's a good play caller. When he was in Minnesota, he did a pretty good job a few years ago. Gets hired by New York, not a head coach. Just because you're smart, just because you're Ivy League educated, and just because you've had some success at different rungs of the NFL, none of that necessarily correlates with being a head coach. However, the Browns have tried every which way to hire their coach. They've attempted everything. They tried to catch lightning in a bottle with freddie-kitchens. It was a disaster. It was a disastrous hiring process as well. I don't know if Stefanski can coach. I know he has coached less games in terms of play calling than even Freddie-Kitchens has. So to me, it's a big mystery. People swear by him. People around the league, they say they bet on him. As a Browns fan who's been through this, seemingly 200 times, I have to be in I'll believe it when I see it mode.
Well, when you talk about comparing Stefanski to Bill Belichick, I mean, it's really absurd because Belichick, if he doesn't pass up Don Shula, he's going to come pretty close as being the all-time winningest coach. I think it's unfair to bring a rookie coach and compare him to that, but we will see.